Right, fresh off the fucking brain hemorrhage I had at the end of the last episode, let's get back to work, shall we? I feel like I don't know, maybe if I just walk back along here again, people will respawn again. I'm not sure if I need to go in and out of a building in order to keep this up. This is basically my plan for the foreseeable future, though. Is just farm this strip for murder, you know. I made the mistake of making myself a cup of tea just before I started recording. I didn't even think about it until right this second when I went to take a sip from my cup of tea and then thought, Jesus, this is going to be terrible audio, isn't it? Listen to me slurping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry, you know? Sometimes you just have to embrace your arsehole self occasionally, you know? I'm 40, this is 41, I thought the last one was 41, this is 41. 41 episodes in now, as per this moment. And I think I'm long overdue some self-indulgence. An opportunity to be an asshole. Let's be real, Pathologic is a game that makes the player suffer, so I think it's only fair that I make the viewer suffer as well. By obnoxiously slurping a cup of tea for probably the first 5 or 10 minutes of the video. Doesn't that sound good? Doesn't that sound great? I suppose I could just let it cool so I don't have to slurp it, you know? Could just let it cool off a bit, and then hopefully by the time I get around to properly drinking it, I can just drink it like a normal type person. Like a rat-a-tat. A rat-a-tat's a normal type person. Tell you what, I've been playing, just on the subject of Pokemon, I've been playing Coromon. Game, I think it came out last year, maybe the year before, not sure. I've seen it about for a while, but I played a few Pokemon knockoffs and they'd all been a bit shit, aside from Temtem and Monster Sanctuary, which are both great and I highly recommend. I'm a big Pokemon fan, and I've been looking for like alternatives in the genre, other monster collectors, and quite a few of them have not really lived up to my expectations. But yeah, I gave Coromon a bash. Coromon, Coromon, Coromon. I gave that a bash, and I've just been playing a little bit every now and again. Usually in bed, honestly. Like when I go to bed, I'll stick the TV on and be like, I could probably just play half hour of Coromon before I sleep, you know. That sort of deal. And playing it on Switch, I should add. That's how I'm able to do that. It's really good. Genuinely really good. It's like the quality of life past everything that Pokemon does. And it's very Pokemon cloney, but yeah, it's got a lot of quality of life features that Pokemon lacks. It has some cool adjustments to the mechanics, which make things just a little bit spicier. I won't go too much into it. This is Pathologic we're playing right now. We're not playing a completely different game, but yeah, if you like monster collector type games, monster battler type games, I highly recommend that one. That's my recommendation of the week. My other recommendation of the week is just not to watch this video because of all the tea drinking noises that you're going to be subjected to. There's better things you could be doing with your time, honestly. Go outside. Touch grass, as the kids like to say. That became a cool thing to say for a while there, didn't it? I think it's gone out of fashion again, but for a long time, you had to tell everyone to touch grass. That's how you belittle someone in public. You tell them to touch grass. I mean, the grass here doesn't look particularly touchable. It looks quite dead, quite withered. Yeah, a straw-like texture, I imagine. Honestly, like, the foliage does look good though. Like the grass in this game looks surprisingly like there's a lot of ground clutter. That's the term I'm looking for. There's a lot of ground clutter in this game, considering it's from 2005. Is it somewhere around there? It's quite an old game. Like, we're talking like PS2 era, end of PS2 era sort of thing. Maybe beginning of the Xbox 360, PS3 era, that sort of time. But I'd not really considered that the amount of ground clutter in this game is quite impressive. It has a lot of sort of visual jank, but that is definitely not something I can talk it down for. Come on, drop me some healing items. Come on now, buddy. Oh, don't hit me with your gun. Why have you got to be so fucking difficult to stab? We've been over this before. This isn't a new piece of information, a new hot detail to add to my opinions of this game. But why are these army dudes so difficult to hit? Why are they... Like, their hitboxes are just fucked. Like, genuinely just fucked. There we go. We got a hit in. I think maybe I should stop aiming for the head with these guys because they're a hard enough target as it is. I think maybe if I just try and hit the body in general. Well, that was nothing, was it? Basically, unless it's food and or healing supplies, I'm not interested in what people have to drop for me, but it is what it is. What it is what it is. Oh. 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 I'm not gonna try and imitate the female singing there because I don't know what language it is. It could be a made-up language for this game. It could be Russian. I don't know, and I'm not gonna try and make a fool of myself by mocking another person's native tongue. I barely speak English, so anyone who can speak any other languages, ooh, hello. The Bachelor, proof of Aglaya's deceit. Aglaya Lilik made fools of us all. Both of us were pawns in her terrifying maneuver. That's the way it is. Ask her yourself. Block and I have her cornered. Who the fuck's Block? We have completely disarmed her, so she has no choice but to confess. My dear Barak, she is your sacrifice. I don't think it's necessary to slit her throat with your own knife, you see. If the town is destroyed, the head of Aglaya Lilik will be separated from her shoulders in less than a day. It has transpired that the whole situation affords her a stay of her death warrant. If she presents the town entirely be purged of any disease to the powers that be, she is granted pardon. The issue is, it is impossible. The disease has soaked this town. It keeps rising up from the very roots of it. It is doubly deplorable that when she deceived you, she didn't merely save her life, she pursued her own purpose too, which was to destroy the polyhedron. The disease that can be destroyed only if we destroy the town. There is no other option. By your own reasoning, I cannot be wrong about it, can I? Please take this consideration into consideration if you come to the cathedral. I don't know, man. Aglaya seemed to be like the only person on my side in all of this. I sort of agree with her. I mean, she was a bit of a bitch about it, don't get me wrong, but she seemed to be like the only person with any sort of focus on curing this disease, and it was a lot of her doing that led me to the panacea, if I'm correct in my rememberings. I wonder if we're going to have a choice here. If we can side with Aglaya or side with the Bachelor. Because, I mean, the Bachelor has also been an ally, you know? He's also been useful. But it sounds like the Bachelor's modus operandi now is to bomb the town and yet somehow also preserve this polyhedron? Somehow make that, like, the center of his world or whatever. He seems pretty caught up on the whole idea, but also he thinks the entire town needs to be leveled because I guess there's no other way to destroy the plague. Whereas Aglaya had a slightly more, you know, nice approach. Oh, how your precious Aglaya Lilik lied to you. Your sacrifice is Aglaya Lilik. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to kill her, but there is no doubt that the offering is her. I am telling you this in my capacity as a true mistress. Treat this as the first of my prophecies. This is the truth. The reason why Aglaya Lilik deceived you was that she wanted to save her own life. Don't try and prevent the destruction of the town. By this, the prophecy will be fulfilled and the kin will accept you. Accept her yourself. I doubt she has what it takes to deny it. Who is this from? Who sent me this letter? I don't know. Whatever, man. I should save. I should save here. Especially given this. Don't shoot me, lad. That's it, put the gun away. Beautiful. Yes! Fucking yes, man! Fucking A+. Use that. Eat a couple of these to keep myself from getting too fucked. And save the shit out of that. That is the best thing that could have happened right now, honestly. I'm even happy to fight a rat, given the circumstance. I have no qualms with the presence of rats for once. Yeah, there was a bit of a gang war going on over there, wasn't there? It looks like the knife men lost, but they tried their best. Okay, Aglaia. I've heard some shit, mostly from The Bachelor and from mysterious other people. It was said it was someone having a prophecy. I don't know if it was from Capella, that letter? Saying they got their first prophecy, which is something Capella was supposed to be coming to, right? I don't know.
Why are they playing me up?
So, did you find out how to acquire the blood? They're expecting a sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice? A proportional one. I don't know what can be proportionate to the town. Maybe there are other ways to get the blood. I have no idea. Have you heard the legend that the blood puddles that appear by the polyhedron base from time to time, children stop playing and become gloomy when that happens? They think it's a bad omen. A legend? How real is this one? Who can tell me more? The foreman can probably tell you more about this. The foreman is dead. I've taken his life. You defeated him in a fair fight. Yes. The kin is frozen with anxious anticipation. You are their hope. Perhaps they'll give you the blood now. Long live the new king after having slaughtered the old one. What else can they do? I don't think so. They're waiting for the sacrifice. And that's supposed to be you, apparently.
Have you met a courier on the way?
Any word that escapes my lips now will turn against us in the end. What kind of sacrifice do they expect from me? I don't want to talk about this barbarity, the savagery, the superstition. Is it possible to get the blood without making a sacrifice? Why do you care so much? I want to stop the plague, I want to use your panacea to save the infected, and that means we need a lot of panacea, wouldn't you agree? I see. I thought shit was going down here. Do we need to talk to the Bachelor first? I mean, we had that conversation a couple of videos ago, right? Was it last video? Video before? I'm not sure which. We have already spoken to Aglaia about the sacrifice and everything. That's not new. That was dumb. That was also dumb. Let's load. Let's load. We're not taking that much damage. Not this close. Not after the wonders of the health kit find. The glorious gift from God that was that one guardsman. Oh god, I love it when I load and immediately do an infected pant. That always makes me happy. And not mad about anything. No point stopping off at Aglaia's yet then. I guess we'll try and slalom our way through this wall of bullets. This hail of ammunition. So we can go have a word with the Bachelor about what he wants to do about Aglaia. Because, well, I mean, we know what he wants to do about Aglaia. He wants to sacrifice her. But I don't know how he thinks that's... I mean, he seems to be pretty anti this town's superstition, so I don't know why he's sort of on my side with the whole sacrifice thing. But whatever, man. Whatever. My exhaustion's getting high, fuck.
You look unhealthy.
Ah, good. I don't know what to do about this. People seem to be indicating that I need to speak with Aglaia, but Aglaia had nothing for me. Let's load again, because I got a bit fucked. I got all kinds of diseased and rat-bitten on the way here, so... Was I missing something in the conversation with Aglaia? Because there's clearly nothing we can do with the Bachelor at this point. Is it still just a waiting game? Like, were the letters not actually an indication of the fact that we need to do something specific and just like a conversation? A conversation we were having between friends, you know? I could try stabbing her. Try taking the knife to her.
What?
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. blah. Well, can't sacrifice her. Do you guys know anything? Are you, like, useful at all? No? Alright, fair enough. I guess we'll just wait for the day to end then. I guess that's all I can really do here and now. I don't think any of my drugs are useful, are they? We've got Dead Gruel and we've got Twirine. Yeah, I don't want to sleep then because my hunger will fuck me up, but my exhaustion is getting high. The quandary. The quandary persists. And I hate a quandary, me. Not a big fan of a quandary. Good news though, I finished my tea. I'm such a stereotypical Brit, aren't I? Sitting here drinking tea and playing fucking pretentious art games. That's... If only you could see that I'm currently wearing a top hat and a monocle as well. Try and keep that on the down low though.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
Exciting. Let's go see the new mime performance, shall we? Did we get anything new there? Didn't get a new letter at least. Today is the last day, the choice has to be made. Alright. Ah, there we go, new letter. A letter from Aglaia Lilik. Tomorrow's council. This is to remind you of the council tomorrow. Commander Block... Oh, Block was the commander. I didn't realise that was his name. Did someone mention that? Someone must have mentioned that at some point. But you'd think I would remember that, it being a very fucking weird name and all. Commander Block and I have reached an agreement. He'll hear out any reasonable suggestion of how the town may be saved. Owing to your efforts, we have a suggestion, don't we? After that, we will hear out the mistresses. The younger Glimpsky girl and Maria Kana were invited. I guess Katerina will also tag along. Are you in any way related to Capella? She says she will lend her support to our cause. Is she alright? We won't be able to resolve the proceedings without the mistresses. They are the guarantee of the town's obedience. Those wielding emergency authority will leave soon enough and the mistresses will remain. It isn't possible to keep the town in submission unless the population behaves quiet, as not to evoke the ever-present threat of death. P.S. Block doesn't know that we've met or exchanged letters. He also doesn't know of your friendship with Capella. This could be important. I put my trust in you. Okay, where's this meeting then? I mean, I guess it's not yet. I guess this is just a heads up on the whole fiasco. Alright, we'll do this one. I'm being very bold overwriting all my saves at the moment. The Joe of fucking a new save file every time he saves is a thing of the past now. We're going back to a single save slot. We're committing. It does seem like I'm going to have to live through another day though, which might be difficult. Or, you know, it might just be a case of living until this council, which could just be at, you know, first thing in the morning. I don't know. This council does seem like it's going to be the culmination of everything though. We go there and we try and persuade El Blocko not to nuke the town. But, you know, we know how to make a panacea. We have a possible lead on getting extra blood, and if not, then there could be other means of getting blood, you know. There's this sacrifice we keep hearing so much about. That could work for us. I think we have sort of compelling evidence to keep people alive here. Although it doesn't sound like... It sounds like the mistresses are the ones we need on side rather than Block himself. Are there less guards about now? Music's changed again, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, there are way less guards about now. I'm not complaining, but what's going on? In fact, there's kind of just less people in general. It's all a bit weirdly quiet. There was a guardsman. I have seen one person. Hmm.
Whatever you do, you'll have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out to the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the general sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
I think I almost understood that one. Holy fuck. They were saying that, like, the meeting table is going to have Aglaya at one side and Block at the other, and obviously Aglaya is going to be pushing for the use of my panacea to save the town still, even though it seems fucking dead right now. And Block's going to be pushing for blowing the place up, right? But then we got that cutscene of Barack at one side and the Bachelor at the other, because they are the true people making the decision, right? The Bachelor is clearly pushing for the destruction of the town, and Barack's pushing for the use of the panacea. They're sort of the people actually pulling the strings behind the Inquisitor and the Commander, with Clara sort of being the mediator in between. I sort of understood that one. I don't know why there was a dude hanging from the ceiling, but maybe he's just into that.
My path was my namesake, was called Capella. Were it not for the plague, I would have spread a heathen cult among the children. Then parents would have lived forever.
I would not have lived to see today if it were not for you. Now if my design works, I'll be able to revive the town. I'm grateful to you, Warden. I'll never forget it. So what's your plan? The outcast children who left the Polyhedron will establish a new town. They will become the new mistresses and rulers. They will lay a new triangle of powers and beginnings. This time I will stand firmly on the base, rather than trying to balance on one of the vertices. Why did you choose the outcasts? It's not a cause, it's an effect. They have left the Polyhedron because their fate lies elsewhere. Prisoners of dreams can build, but they cannot rule. Moreover, you have to be resolute, mature, and independent to break free from childhood. Only the most outstanding children can do it. I've heard you wanted to found a new religion. I don't. You still fail to grasp who mistresses are. So do the children, which is why they keep talking about a religion. Can religion be invented by a man? It's not a game. You're being sincere. I know more about pagan beliefs. Oh, sorry, you're being insincere. I know more about pagan beliefs than you. Tell me, will you stay with us? Will you rule with the kin like your father was supposed to? Yes, I'll stay with you. I will be the king of the children. Why not? Why the fuck not? I'm intrigued. Is this still functioning like a normal shop? I mean, yeah, I know I can't actually shop here, but it seems like the streets are dead. So I was wondering if the buildings were as well, but guess not. Guess not. Interesting though. Do I have any lockpicks? No, but I do have a new knife I should probably have switched to at some point. I need to eat again. Ooh, it's gonna be tight. If there's nothing else to murder, in the streets, it's entirely possible my run could end here. It's entirely possible I could die just waiting for time to tick round to whatever it is I'm meant to be doing next, you know what I mean? And that would be a real fucking shame. I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest with you, though. Hang on, that's the button. Still just Notkin and Murky. Let's go to Notkins. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. It seemed like the only... It's really weird, because it seemed like the only way we had of curing any of the characters who got struck down like this was by using the panacea. We did that for Sticky, I believe. But we only got one panacea, and there's been more than one child infected, right? So how were we meant to overcome that challenge? Was it that we weren't meant to overcome that challenge? Is it not possible to save them all and you just have to save the ones that you feel are the most important? In which case, maybe rather than saving Sticky, who had zero relevance to anything throughout this entire game, I could have instead saved Notkin, who does seem rather more important, as sort of the leader of a large faction of the children. You know, he seems like an important figurehead round these parts, so... Maybe that was the right decision, and I picked the wrong decision. But, you know, how was I meant to know? How was I meant to know that I would be limited in my capacity to save everyone? Or maybe there were means of getting more panaceas that I just didn't clock. I missed out on, because there were plenty of quests I didn't get done right. There were plenty of times where I fucked things up in this run. Can they be helped? Alright, I'll try to think of something. I mean, I've got dead gruel in my inventory, and that allegedly helps cure infection. But I guess that doesn't work for it. It has to be the panacea itself. Which is a shame. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it just? I feel like I'm just walking around and waiting for death now. I'm off the murder gravy train. I've been booted straight off that one. And I just don't have any other means of getting shit anymore. I don't have, like, anything that can help me at this point. I've got lots of shit. And if I had any sort of reputation at all, I could cash all that in and buy food and medical supplies and everything would be great, but I had to go and tank my reputation. Well, I did. I did have to go and tank my reputation. I could not have got through some of the earlier days in this game if I hadn't just started the free-for-all murder train that I got aboard. There was no other option for me a while back, so... I don't regret it. I just hope I can hold out long enough to see the end of this day. Oh, that guy's still trying to kill me. Cool. I figured I'd come see The Bachelor again. Been doing that a lot lately, but he is, you know, one of the main characters of the game and all. Everything's just so eerily quiet at the moment, I hate it. I miss the drama of the streets, you know. Can't believe I'm saying that. It was absolute hell getting around this town up until today, but but I kind of needed it. I kind of thrived on it, you know? All my eggs were in the drama basket, and now the drama's gone. I don't really know what to do with myself. El Bacalao. How are things, pal? So, have you made a decision? About what? It's high time we made choices. As for me, before the artillery starts firing, I'm packing my belongings and leaving this town, having grabbed some people I want to save. I could have found my own solution, but I didn't have time. What would your solution be? I could make them destroy the settlement along with the Bull Project, yet the polyhedron would remain. Block assured me he'd fire a strike so precise that the other shore of the Gorkon wouldn't be scathed. The river will swallow the plate, he said. The people will die if they destroy the town. Oh, look around, there's no one left alive except for the two of us. The infected ones don't count, they have less than 24 hours to live in any case. I could at least help them. Really? Then could you please make it so that I could show up at the council and present the commander with arguments in favour of the following arrangement. The corrupt town disappears from the face of the earth and the polyhedron stays. It's aseptic, and damn it, it's simply worthy of preserving. What do you need to do so? Not a lot, but not a little either. I'll come to the cathedral on the condition that I'm certain of the survival of the people to whom I'm about to devote my time. Are you willing to help me there? I'll try to do something. How can I recognise your confidence? I wrote to you about them the other day, but in case you lost that letter, I'll tell you how to spot them. They all want one thing, and that's to preserve the marvellous tower. Nothing else matters to them. Wait for me. Bachelor Dankovsky has managed to uncover the truth. Oh, this is day one. Fuck. I keep forgetting that. Oh, was it a... only the Bachelor will be able to convince the chess queens that the utopian solution is the right one. Before he attends the final council at the cathedral, he will have to make sure his bound are alive. They are Georgi, Victor, Maria Kana, as well as Peter and Andrei Stamatin. They might be alive. I see. So I guess if I was playing as the Bachelor, it would be those people I would have had to keep alive instead of the children, right? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I don't particularly want to do the Bachelor's thing, to be honest with... Oh. Is the Inquisitor diseased? Fuck's going on? Are you sure everyone you're in charge of is alive? How many people do you want me to bring back to life? I don't want anything. It's what you're supposed to want, Barack. It's not about how many, it's about which ones exactly, and you are well aware which ones. What if I'm not? Then you're out of luck. Don't worry, there are enough smart people in there, they'll probably figure out what to do without you, unless you get into a stalemate. Which people exactly should stay alive? The people who you had been charged with protecting, the people whose fates you have without second thoughts taken into your own hands afterwards. Aren't you keeping the list of people in a chest pocked close to the heart, or in your belly bag? Fine. Interesting. Wait, so... I mean, I assume he's talking about... I keep forgetting this button. It's T. About Murky and Notkin. Whatever happens to these people, they must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They'll hold the keys to my... Oh, fuck. Okay. I think I'm understanding how the mechanics of this game work now. So if we'd saved all of these people, we would have got the good ending, I'm assuming. But since we haven't, and I don't think there's much I can do about that now, we're going to get the bad ending. Or possibly the Bachelor's good ending? Although it sounds like all of his people need to survive for that, and I pretty certain they haven't. You know, I've seen plenty of these guys stood around town, like right there, for example. Is this could even be Georgi, whatever his name is. This person is blah 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 blah. Can they be helped? I'll try and do something. Yeah, I think this is Big George's house, right? So that means the bachelors, fine folks, aren't doing too great either. Oh, it's either that one or this one. One of the two. So yeah. I mean, I'd love to get the good ending here, man, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can magic up some panacea, especially with my health ticking away like it is. Even if that's your opinion, your conscience must think otherwise. You're aware that they depend on you, you were, could you have kept them away from harm? Absolutely. And you have been notified in advance this is how it's going to end, definitely, which means, can I fix this still? Well, there's very little time left, only 15 portions of the concoction could have been produced. If you've collected them all, then good for you. You're welcome to make the rounds. Offer the medicine to the vulture-faced corpse bringers, standing watch by the doors, waiting to hear the owner's last breath. 15? I found one! I found one! I don't think I can do it, man. In fact, I think I'm going to starve to death right in front of you, right here, right now. But so do I not get any ending? It's not a good versus bad ending thing. It's if you don't save them all, you just fucking die? Is that how this goes down? Certainly seems to be how it's going down. Going down like my health is going down right now. Like I can't break into any houses. There's no one to murder. I can't buy anything from shopkeepers. I don't think I have any options here. I think I'm just gonna... I got an achievement. I got an achievement for dying on... I guess that was the wrong button, wasn't it? For dying on the final day. Very cool, I guess. Shit, man, what do I do? Like, I'm not even living through the final day, you know? I understand what needs to be done now, but I don't think it's in my means to do it. It's already the final day in this when I've loaded here, isn't it? I could walk around, see if I could find some infected houses. I didn't see any. They all just look like regular locked houses to me. But I guess if I can find some infected houses, I'll be able to just saunter into them and hopefully find some medical supplies or something to keep myself alive. Because, I mean, even if I can't save Notkin and Murky, which, as I say, I'm pretty certain I can't at this point, I kind of just want to see this through to the end, to an end, and there has to be an end, right? Like, surely they're not just going to keep me in this fucking limbo forever. Time is still passing, and there's only 12 days in this game. Something has got to happen at the end of the 12th day, even if I've not fulfilled my goals, right? He says optimistically. Don't fucking shoot me, dude. Come on now. Come on now, is this the time for that? I'll tell you what we should do. Just real quick, since we're passing. This is not where the commander is. I forgot that this is 2 different sets of doors. And they don't both just lead to the same place. Isn't that crazy? Hey pal.
We're being manipulated.
So today is the end. At 2200 we're taking the army southeast to the main road. At 2350 we're firing. Your choice will decide where the shells go, Surgeon. The council will be held at the cathedral at 1900. Okay, so I can get in there without saving them. It just needs to be 1900, which is still a ways off. What if you miss the target? Not from this distance, that's out of the question. Then wait for me at the cathedral. Take my advice, beware of the Inquisitor. Why? No matter how hard you struggle, an Inquisitor will always find a way to trick you, and there's nothing to be done about it. An Inquisitor can always use you in their interest so that you won't even notice it, and that's exactly what's going to happen to all of us today. Why is the Inquisitor so dangerous to you, General? Officially, I don't have the right to fire unless she or even that bachelor provide me with a detailed report on the hazard situation. So, I suspect that the young fox has concealed her major arguments, waiting to reveal them at the last minute. She will most likely do it in such a fashion that I'll have no out and won't be able to open fire. I'm not barbarous. I have no intention to kill civilians until there is no other option. That's good to hear. Doesn't exactly fill me with confidence, considering he doesn't think there's any other option. But, can you guys, like, stop taking pot shots at me? It's bad enough when you kill me, but when you're just, like, firing around me just for kicks and giggles, it kind of just feels rude, honestly. It's like, we could murder you at any time, but we're just gonna make gun noises instead. Bang bang. You know what I mean? Ding, 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 ding. Shame these guys are so intense. I mean, I suppose we can. Saving a different slot real quick. We can try taking one of these lads on. He seems pretty fortified, actually. Maybe we can't. Give me some food! Give me some food! Alright, guess not then. Worth a try, I figure. Is Bad Grief alive? Bad Grief I don't think was selling food, right? I'm just thinking he was the only person willing to trade with me, aside from the children who have all disappeared off the streets, when my reputation was fucked. And I feel like I've got to have enough money and items to trade for money at this point that I could perceivably get some stuff to help me. I mean, if he might sell medical supplies, to be fair. I think he mostly just sold, like, bullets and shit. I think that was mostly his thing, but I mean, I've got to try it, right? There doesn't really seem to be much other option available to me right now. To old Griefy boy. To be fair, everyone else in this world seems kind of fucked. Aside from, you know, I mean, I think my bound are doing pretty good for the most part. Aside from the 2 that aren't, because it seems like everyone else in this town has a crow mask man standing outside. Every single one of them has a plague doctor just hanging out to tell me that they've become struck down. Oh, Bad Grief. Oh, Bad Grief. I can't remember which building is yours, Bad Grief. Is it this way? I know it's along the bottom side somewhere. It's this one with the burning oil drum. Which doesn't have anyone outside it. I mean, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not one of the bound. I guess he's not.
Yeah, I sleep when I'm dead.
Thank you. I need to live a little longer, and there's one more thing that needs to be done. My death will not be purposeless now. What kind of thing? I am to perform the most precious feat of all, the feat of self-sacrifice. I will do what Simon has done. Every single particle of my body and soul will become life-bearing, bursting with life and granting it to others. There will be no cannon fire, The town will continue to grow. The thread to the future will stretch from the very dawn of time. Do you really believe that can be done? There are too few now, but if there's at least a dozen of us, it will be enough for the town to expand further and beyond. Hopefully, the place where daydreams are captured and fulfilled will live to see 200 years more, and how many of those like me have survived? I don't care, I wanted to save your life, not for the sake of future sacrifices. You're not trading with me anymore? My dude, I need to trade with you. Like, it's essential that I trade with you. This is real bad. This is real unfortunate. Anyone? Anyone feel like doing an exchange? What if I pop out and pop back in again? You were my last chance, Grief. You were all I had in this world. You can't do this to me. Fuck. Alright. Alright, we need a plan. We need a plan quickly. What can we do to survive through this day? What possibly can we do at this point? Who'd have thought the hardest challenge of all would be the day when all of the threats have been removed from the town? I cannot let this playthrough end here. I cannot. Beautiful. Die quicker. Okay, food. That's a start. That's a start. Oh, I already had some. Holy fuck. Probably should have eaten that earlier, huh? Okay, we can kill the gunman. Can't go near the flamethrower dudes, obviously. But as long as I keep moving. Have I really never tried that before? Just circling them? Oh, there's so many of them as well. Okay, well that guy acted a bit different to the first one, didn't he? I guess he saw what I did to his friend and was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let you do that. Okay, there's a plan in motion at least. I know I can. I technically can take these fuckers down. Cry all you like, child noises. Doesn't bother me. Yes! Even better than food. Okay, we live to fight another day. Let's go fight another day. This is one way of stopping them shelling the city, isn't it? Just... Okay, that one is a lot more hostile than the first one. He is much more trigger happy. I don't know why that is. I mean, presumably they're operating on the same AI, but maybe it's something to do with like positioning, like the exact locations of the dudes makes them behave differently. There's like a fucking swarm of them over there. I don't think I can reliably kill any of them. I'm wondering if I should maybe try a different target rather than this guy though. I mean that's just immediate, right? There's not much I can do with that guy. I really wish I had a gun. You have no idea how much I wish I had a gun right now. I could take down flamethrower dudes easily if I had a gun. Have you seen how much ammo I've got? Like 15 bullets. There's actually 16. I can't add 11 and 5. It's too difficult. But yeah, I've got ammo. I've got ammo for days, man. I could do so much killing with that. Really didn't think I'd be able to get past him without getting set on fire. But we'll call it a victory. Hey, pal. Please don't be like your big mean friend. You're like your big mean friend. Okay. Well, I guess we're about at wrapping up time again. This seems to be my final roll of the dice, you know? This seems to be all I have now. All that I have left in the cylinder is just attempting to murder these guards over and over again in the hopes that they drop me some health recovery and or food items. So more of this next time, I suppose. I guess. Right? What's going on here? I thought the little... Oh, is this Murky? Yeah, this is Murky, isn't it? Murky's the little girl. For some reason I thought Murky was a boy, but I guess Murky must be the little girl who lives in there. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, more attempted murder next time. I'll see yous.